Okay, Sam, so let's talk about impact, mate. We see a lot of players, they get themselves into this position here.
Yes.
From the face on camera, we can see that my hips are going to be back, my hands are going to be back, we're going to addle off. You're going to be in quite a pickle, right? So it was a really good field drill with a visual of you presetting players at impact. And I want you to tell us why that is important, and that's something that players at home should do.
Just to get in that position, people don't really know what it feels like just to even be there. I like setting people up just so they know what it feels like, have the hands a little bit more in front of the club, because I just have them start from there and just hit little shots like that.
Yeah.
But just feeling what impact feels like, it feels way different. Being on that left foot, 75, 80% at impact, like you said, most people are, way behind and stuff like that. They don't even know what it feels like to, oh, wait, I have to be on my left foot. Oh, pressure's moving there. Oh, okay, it's there.
Yeah. Can be very different, can it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just getting that feel and just putting their body in that position so they know where they're trying to create and create a feel for that. I've had a lot of success doing that.
One of the most important concepts to understand when it comes to creating a quality impact position is the reason that we want our weight distribution to be forward, we want our hips rotated, the handle to be forward, is because the golf club needs to work on a descending blow, doesn't it? Right?
Absolutely.
And a lot of players are under the assumption, and it could be just a subconscious misconception, that they're actually there trying to help and scoop the ball up because they think they need to help it up.
100%.
But that's why they designed this club with this loft, right? Let's say that now we've established the understanding of what a good impact would be, and we can summarize that and say hips forward and rotated, handle forward, so we kind of get this nice flat structure of the lead wrist here, and the club looks de-lofted relative to where it was starting.
Absolutely.
Now, how would players train this into their swing?
I think starting a little bit slower, so like them just doing shorter and slower swings, just so they can kind of feel it and understand that, like you said, the hands are in front, so the ball comes off usually a little bit lower. The contact feels different because they're interacting with the ball before the ground. So just doing it slower, just really putting them in that spot, feeling it, going at slower speeds, and doing like little pivots with it, just so they can kind of see what that feels like.
Using the impact line in your pre-shot routine reminds and helps you rehearse the forward handle position and de-lofted square club face that produce a lag impact.
Once you understand concepts of low point, let's say we're talking about an iron. As you know, we want to try to make sure we're striking the turf after the golf ball a certain amount.
Correct.
Right? This
Very important.
I think that's what a lot of people misunderstand, because if you look at studies and they're looking at tour players, let's say we're talking 7-iron. Low point's usually somewhere around 4 to 5 inches after the golf ball with a good player.
Yeah, let's just demonstrate that. So we can see the divot's really in front of this reference line here. If I do that once more, pay close attention from that face-on view of where that golf club is really moving through the ground there.
Yeah, that's beautifully executed there, bud.
You can see that the divots of all the shots that we've been hitting have been in front of that reference line.
Yes, and I think there where what really comes to mind right now, once we understand where low point is, now so here's our famous word, it's compression that we're trying to create. And if you create proper low point control, proper delivery of the club and your arms and your body, you'll compress the golf ball, which is going to help you produce more ball speed. Distance really isn't club head speed, it's ball speed.
Which is interesting, right? Everyone gets their little launch monitor up, and the number one speed that you see them put up is club head speed. But we saw how far that last shot went, right? Now, I'm going to swing it faster, but I'm going to have the bottom of my swing or low point behind. I'll still hit a reasonable shot. It'll get a little bit scoopy, but it's going to launch a lot higher, and I'm going to swing it faster, but it's definitely not going to go as far.
Oh, yeah. You're good at that.
So,
Flop shots, haven't it?
PTSD from a kid. So, right there, that's gone 100 meters with a faster golf swing with a full 8-iron when I normally hit my 160. So looking at that, we can see that speed, club head speed, does not equal ball speed. And we want to improve the ball speed, and you're saying that we need to get compression to do that, yeah?
Correct.
Perfect. So how do we do that?
What I want you to do is to create compression. We need the body to feel it's traveling more into the lead side as the arms are starting to slowly unload what you have in the system. And from there, we're releasing everything over on this side. So you can see there Kerrod's arms are fully extended and his wrists are fully released well after the golf ball. That's going to guarantee our compression into the golf ball and actually striking the turf later. And you can see how much more to the left you are and extended you are in your body and in your spine.
Feels incredibly powerful through the golf ball. So what is your favorite drill to get more compression post impact?
Right.
I've done a million videos, probably 1,000,001, of the hit hard, stop quick, right?
Great.
One of your favorites?
One of my favorites. I think, like Misty Mac, as we like to call him, I think he's demonstrated it really, really nicely. You look at some of the second still tough. Yep, same thing. And once we start understanding if we need to stop and accelerate through the ball, we need to have proper structure in the legs, the spine, and the pelvis. And we got to be in the left leg. Otherwise, there's absolutely no chance you're going to be able to stop that through there.
So you're controlling the club rather than letting it control you.
100%.
Impact alignments, Devin, it's one of those things that you see the best players in the world. They'll get into this amazing position, handle, forward, weight on their lead side, body's nice and rotated, very strong compression of the golf ball, mate, building awareness. Because we would see players who tend to struggle the most with their ball striking, Devin, they would tend to have the handle back, the hips back, adding loft. So for them to actually just preset their impact position, we can see, guys, if I shift my pressure forward, have a little bit of rotation, that right arm was kind of moving underneath the front arm, and then I just move back into this little halfway back position. Right. Well, it's so much easier for me to then get the feeling of what it's like to create that perfect impact alignment that's going to give us that compression. So I'm going to do a few more little practice swings of that, kind of preset that, go back into the backswing position here, and then just get that feeling of moving through. Let's chip one down there from that. Let's go club shaft parallel position here. Now then, you can just hear how crisp that contact was. So let's say players working on this themselves, they have the benefit of having a coach next to them. How do they have some visual feedback to make sure that the shaft and the club face might be in a better position?